Okay, y'all, so I'm starting off with my L'Oreal Hydra Genius Daily Moisturizer, the oily formula, and then going in with the Milani Prime Shield. As you can see, I am rubbing this in, and I didn't quite see any noticeable difference with my pores. It has a kind of, really smooth slip feel to the skin. So I added a little bit more to the areas where I have problems with my pores and decided to just go ahead with the rest of the steps. I gave it a little bit of time and then went in with the Milani 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. Um, I think the real name says like Conceal and Perfect or something like that. I use the shade number 14 in Toffee, I believe it is. And I'm just blending this with my oval brush. It comes off a little bit orange or I guess red looking, but once you blend it out and set it with your powder, I really enjoy this foundation. So I'm setting it with my Black Radiance Soft Focus Finishing Powder in Milk Chocolate. And I highlighted and set those areas off camera just because this is just to focus on the Milani products. And here I'm using the setting spray to make it last, and it has such a pleasant smell. I just was drowning myself in it, which maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I really enjoy the setting spray. So it's 10:12 a.m. on a Sunday. I'm going to the church house. I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so I am back from the church house and eating, and it's 2:23. Just gonna go ahead and take a close look at my skin. I don't feel like this looks any different from what I would look like with any other primer and spray. What I do like about this spray is that it is very refreshing. Like when I spray my face, it does say that it's a 3-in-1 primer, corrector, setter. So and it says that it keeps color from fading and settling into creases. So I don't have a lot of creasing right here that I usually would have right there. So maybe that helps. But as far as my oiliness, I'm still oily right down the center the most, where I usually am oily. So I'm going to try this primer and setting spray out again with some different things. This particular foundation is not one that I would say is oily girl friendly anyway, and I was just hoping that the primer and the setting spray would help because the primer is supposed to be mattifying and pore minimizing. I didn't notice a lot of the pore minimizing, and you can see my displeasure with that when I was applying it. So I probably would pair this with a pore filling primer in the areas where I have trouble with those pores. But this is kind of what I expect to look like with, nothing pretty much. And I have like primed with ice. Y'all seen that. So, I mean, this is about the same that it would be, I think. It's not creasing a lot like in my fine lines here and my laugh lines and stuff, so maybe it's good for that. And I think I did go a little overboard with the setting spray because it just smelled so good and felt so good. So maybe that's what happened, but I would have to definitely blot, and I'm used to that. But overall, I like the way this setting spray smells, but I think it's just a bit too costly to say that like I didn't feel it tightening and mattifying my face. But as It's not a makeup sealing spray, so maybe that's why. And the primer, I would just go ahead and use this, and I probably wouldn't buy it again, but typically that's the way I feel about primers. This foundation, the coverage is everything. I will put up with the oiliness just because I really enjoy using this foundation. So that is what happened with all three of these. I'm getting ready to go check on my child because I hear stuff falling down and she's supposed to be taking a nap. But I just want to come back with you all to give you a follow-up after wearing this foundation for about 4.5 hours almost. This is what I have. Thank y'all so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this foundation, primer, and setting spray combo review. And I'll talk to y'all in my next video. Bye, sugars.